Hello everybody, welcome. My name is Mia Buch. I am a museum educator at the Des Moines Art Center. I'm so excited that you are here in the Art Center with us, virtually, seeing the museum. We're going to go into an exhibition together, you and I and everyone who's watching. So, let me tell you a little bit if you know what an exhibition is. At the Des Moines Art Center, we have lots of exhibitions, and it's just another word for an art show. A show that comes and is here for a little bit, and then after a few months, we have a new exhibition. And right now the exhibition is called Black Stories, and it's work that we own at the Des Moines Art Center in our permanent collection, made all by artists that are Black and of African descent. It's an incredible show. It's a beautiful collection of work, and I'm so excited for you to come in and look at a special piece with me. So let's go on in and check out Black Stories. All right, so we're going to be looking at one piece from this show. Again, I said we're in the exhibition Black Stories. It opened at the beginning of October and it'll be up on display until January 17th. Right now we are looking at a piece right behind me by an artist named Ebony G. Patterson. Now, as you look at this piece, we're going to spend a little bit of time just looking at it, using your eyes, looking at your screen, really examining what you see in this art piece. What are your first thoughts when you look at it? Are you aware of the scale of the art? That means how big or small it is. Can you tell how big this piece is when I was standing next to it? As we're looking closely at it, can you maybe see some of the materials that are used in the piece of art? What colors are you noticing? Can you see flowers? Can you see sparkles? What kind of patterns do you see? What do you think it would be like to be here in person looking at this piece of artwork? What kind of ideas does this artwork give you? Are you noticing some of the details? Again, what materials do you think? So, what do you think this is made out of? Ebony Patterson is known for making things out of paint and drawings and fabric and installations, which means building a piece of art just for a special space. What materials do you think she used to make this one? Can you see any forms in it? Did you notice the hands? What about the background? What color is it? The artist designed that background and made it herself. Does that surprise you? Some things I want you to know about the artist is Ebony Patterson, when she was a little girl, dreamed of growing up to be an artist. Maybe some of you out there have dreams about what you want to be when you grow up, and Ebony Patterson feels like her dream has come true as an artist, so imagine how that might feel for her. Are you surprised at this kind of art that she's making? When you think of an artist, what kind of art do you imagine a person making? Have you ever seen a piece of art like this before? How does looking at this piece of art make you feel? These are all questions that are really wonderful to ask ourselves when we're looking at art, because sometimes it's so much to see that we really need to take a moment to think about, what are we seeing? What are we looking at? And what's the difference between seeing and looking? One thing I want to talk about a little bit is the idea of inspiration. Now, inspiration is when something else makes you want to do something. I could be inspired by the sunrise to get out of bed. It motivates you to do something, or it's something that you like that makes you want to make something. And sometimes artists are inspired by music. That's something we're talking about today. Sometimes artists can be inspired by all kinds of things. And some of the things that Ebony's inspired by are gardens. Can you see that in this piece? Does this piece remind you of a garden in some way? What kind of words do you use to describe a garden that might be the same as the words you use to describe this piece of art? Another thing that inspires Ebony Patterson is race and gender, which means, how you identify as a person. And so she thinks about the different things that we use to identify ourselves. So a big thing is how we dress. The clothes that you choose to wear is a part of how you identify yourself. So she thinks about all the different things that you might adorn yourself with jewelry and clothing and earrings, the way you wear your hair. And she's really interested in that, and that inspires her artwork. Does this work remind you of maybe accessories that a person could wear, or clothing that a person might choose to put on their body? If you were to imagine this piece of art being alive, if it could grow and it could move, how would it move? Would it move slowly? Would it move quickly? And if it could make a sound? If there could be music coming from this piece of art, what do you think the music would sound like? Listen inside your mind and maybe imagine what kind of music this piece of art would make. It's so amazing to be able to spend time really looking and thinking about art. I'm so glad that Ebony Patterson made this piece of art, and I'm so glad that Ebony Patterson is an artist, so that she can share her vision, her inspiration, her ideas, and who she is as a person, her own identity with all of us. I just want to thank you all so much for being here at the Des Moines Art Center with me, virtually, looking at art. I'm so grateful of our time together, and I'm so glad that you were able to experience this wonderful exhibition and this beautiful piece of artwork. Thank you so much. See you again at the Des Moines Art Center.
To experience the Black Stories exhibition from wherever you are, visit DesMoinesArtCenter.org/exhibitions. From here, you can explore 2 galleries of artwork included in the exhibition, learn more about how Black Stories came to be, and find out how to submit your story to the Black Stories Project.